spray it with a little bit of water to keep it on the side so it stays a little bit damp, okay? Or I can just tuck it in a bag till the end of the period to keep it wet, because you don't want to have to recycle clay. It's just an added step. Anyways, now I'm going to take a fork, and what I'm doing here is I'm scoring the surface, preparing it for the slab that I'm actually going to add on to build up this shape. Now the reason I'm showing you this is we are going to be scoring and slipping all semester. You may not score and slip much if you use the slump mold on your slump mold, but you may need to score and slip other things onto your design, okay? So now what I'm going to do is I only did part of it because I only had so much that I can attach right now. I'm going to cut out a slab. Would you say about here or a little small? We can always cut it down. Yeah. You want to go here or a little bigger? Like here? First one, got it. And Mia doesn't want this to be too tall. And if I'm not sure about the height, I can always measure it and mark it, right? And what I'm going to do on this is I'm going to turn it upside down, and on the bottom I'm going to put some marks. And these marks are called scoring marks. It's the same thing that when you're reading a magazine, they have coupons in there and they score them so they're easier to rip out. And then I can either take one of my clay brushes, the blue ones, okay? The purple ones are going to be for painting and the blue ones are going to be for slip or smoothing. I can take some of my slip and I can smear it on. I definitely want to smear back and forth. It's not good enough to just apply it. That's not going to actually fill the score marks in. If I don't fill in the score marks all the way, they could actually lead to trapped air. And we all know that that is not good, okay? I'm only going to prepare as much of the surface as I think I have time to fill in. So I wouldn't do this to the entire area because what if I can't finish it by the end of the period? Then I've got to start over. You can't come in the next day when the slip has dried and think that you can attach a piece. You have to start over with wet slip, okay? Now, I am going to place this on, and as I do it, I'm going to really push down from one end to the other to assure a tight fit. I want you to notice something, okay? You do not want to put it on the outside. If I attach it on the outside, what is the problem with that?
Not level. Not level.
It's not level. And really, I'd have to flip the whole thing over to smear the bottom, wouldn't I? But if I attach it to the top, on the top, then I know that I can get to both seams. I can get to the outside to smooth the seam, and I can get to the inside and smooth the seam, and it's going to be really well attached, okay? So my last step to this, to getting this to stay on, and believe me, this works for anything. Little flowers you want to add on, footballs, whatever you want to put on there. My last step can be done with a lot of different tools, actually. You can use this rubber finishing tool, okay? This is a good one. Believe it or not, you can use this ribbon tool, which usually we use to rub bumps off, but actually if you are gentle with it, you can use this ribbon tool to smear the seams shut. Another tool, some people use the brushes. I don't think that they're strong enough to do that. And probably one of the best tools is to choose a wood modeling tool that you like, the shape that you're trying to do, and to smear with it. So I'm going to come down with this tool and I'm going to support with one hand and smear with the other. If you don't support it while you smear, it's not going to go very well for you. I'm not just going to smear the inside, I'm also going to smear my edges. So the two ends on the sides, I want to make sure I smear those. And then this was a really nice one because it fit in the crack. On the outside, I might use a more flat piece to do my smearing. Okay? So you can kind of see how I've used this tool to pull it around. And now I'm going to use this tool and I'm going to support the inside and pull up. Okay, so for those of you on this side that can't see, and you can see how my hand on the inside is supporting it while I smear up. Okay, now she gives this about 10 minutes to set, and then if she wants to, she can peel it out a touch, pinch it just a touch. She wants it to angle out, okay? And she can do that. As long as the clay is still a little bit wet, she can angle it out. Now I did notice there's a little bit of a crack showing right in here since I angled it out. So I'm just going to bring my tool in, the shape of what I think would work best, and I'm just going to smear that shut again. Just making sure that there's no cracks. Okay? I can even use a sponge to smear that if I want. Any questions? Okay, we're going to be using this slipping and scoring thing a lot. Slipping, so you score, you slip, and you smooth the seam.